Hey, good morning. Doug Smith, DHS broker owner. Yesterday, I said I was going to do a Monday through Friday, how to work with a buyer, and today is a continuation of yesterday. When we dropped off yesterday from the Facebook Live, it was walking into a house and talking about the backyard, what it faces, the sprinkler, because we have a lot of clay in the caliche and the soil, got to water the foundation. So now we're in the house and you talk about resale. You talk about things that can't change, things that can, or whatever the personal things in the house, the wallpaper, paint, but you talk about things that can't, like on a single story, if all the bedrooms are down the same hallway, that's not a split bedroom, and you do want the master separated from the other bedrooms. So once you're in the house, if the buyer looks at you and says, hey, I like this house, well, let's cover the buyer first. The agent is going to text the listing agent. The buyer's agent is going to text the listing agent, make sure the home's available. They're going to look at the buyer and go, give me about 40 minutes and I'll start sending you some information. The agent's going to go back and log into their MLS. They are going to verify the history of the home by clicking on the clock below the picture of the house in the MLS. There's a small little clock. It shows you the history of the home since 2003. Right next to the clock, there's 3 sheets of paper. That's any attachments. And then right next to that, it says TX, and that's for the tax roll. You always want to print the agent full report in the tax roll when you write an offer up. You're going to do a CMA. It goes back 6 months, and you're going to send that over to the buyer. Every buyer should have a bare minimum of a CMA, the seller's disclosure, any additional information. And then you reach out to the agent, ask them possibly what title company they want to close at. You want to ask them if the seller needs a temporary lease, possibly for free in this market. And then you're going to log into MLS, which is matrix.netris.net. You'll do the CMA. You'll send it over to the buyer. The buyer will receive it, and the buyer should always have that as a bare minimum. And then the agent in our office is going to log into texasrealestate.com and get into zip forms. Into zip forms in a very easy way. I train them up on how to e-sign the information about brokerage services and the buyer rep agreement. Hey, Toby, congratulations on last night. They're going to send an IBS and a buyer rep agreement, and they're going to turn that customer into a client. And of course, every customer wants to sign that buyer rep agreement. It makes my agents and my firm advocates for them. And once they sign that, they're going to send over a contract. They're going to send over any addendums, like for instance, third-party financing addendum. It accounts for about 97% of financing. Last night I helped Toby Humphreys, assisted him. He did it all. Write up a third-party financing for USDA. That stands for United States Department of Agriculture. Basically, it's going to be offers that are made in certain counties. And I like to say where you can kill a cow, because where you can kill a cow is generally where you can get a USDA loan. That's the same stamp that's on beef. And it also, third-party financing addresses conventional, FHA, VA, and reverse mortgages. So most likely you're going to use that addendum on houses before 78. You'll need lead base, possibly a seller's temporary lease. If you're asking for a washer, fridge, and dryer, you'll need a non-realty addendum. And then, of course, before my agents send over the offer, they send it to either myself or Sean Ryken to review. Then we green light it. They send it over, e-sign it. It comes back to my agent. They save it as a PDF, email it to the agent who's the listing agent, also for the pre-approval letter. And then you're always in communication with everybody, making sure they receive the emails, when a response time might occur. And then, like always, the seller has 4 options. They can do nothing, they can accept, reject, or counter. It's like a tennis match. I play competitive tennis, and the ball just goes back and forth over the net. Maybe 2 times, or maybe 40 times, or maybe 400, until either party grows weary and gives up. Or we have an offer that turns into an acceptance, and it's accepted by all parties initially in all the changes, and it's communicated back to the other party. And tomorrow I'll start on what happens at that point when the contract's executed. Y'all be safe. Go get some.